Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Y'all, I was going live earlier and it was so good. And I had a power outage. I was so sad. But it must be for those who are gonna be coming in on this live at a later time. That's all that was. I just needed somebody else needed to be on here. Put in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Put a 1 for me. Because I want to make sure y'all can hear me. I'm going to go ahead and do this one in the car. Did I pin it? Let me pin the title. Let me pin the title. If it don't let me. No, I don't have it. Oh, man. Oh, maybe it'll let me do it this way. Put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me clearly. We're talking about the 5 red flags that your business needs to zap before you burn out and your business goes bankrupt. Because let's get into it. That's what we're talking about. The 5 red flags that your business needs to zap before you burn out. I'm typing that in here. And before your business goes burnout. Before your business goes bankrupt. I hate I had to type this. Can y'all hear me clearly? I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Oh, it won't let me pin it. I'm going to give it a few more minutes. Okay, perfect. I'm sending this live out to a few more people so I can make sure that they get in. Because I don't want to miss. Perfect. All right, for those who do not know who I am, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect, and what I do is that I support my amazing clients who are high-performing women solopreneurs. And my clients, I support them in the areas of syncing with their menstrual cycles in order to improve their mood, which maximizes their ability to make more money, master their emotions, which supports them in mastering their energetics so that they can attract more monetary opportunities. And this puts them in position to be able to generate more sales from digital products and services to increase their business revenue. So if you are someone who has been wanting to increase their business revenue, then I am the feminine mastery architect for you, and you can do it in the digital space, and you should be doing it in the digital space, because if you're not doing it in the digital space, you find yourself in a position to where you become prey, and I don't want you to do that. Okay, there's a lot happening in the world, and I talked about it a little bit earlier in regard to the direction in which business is being done and the way society is going. And I try to tell people that you really need to find a way to be able to do business in the digital space. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be all on these platforms, but y'all need to learn how to. Why y'all not using these platforms like they're using y'all? That's my real That's my real question. Why are y'all not using? I don't understand. Because I want y'all to really think about it for a second. These things need you. If you are a business owner, remember when you used to work at a 9 to 5? Your company needed you. These social media apps need you. They are using you. Why y'all not using them? Why are you not using them to make more money and to advance and to put people into your own ecosystem? Why are you not doing that? Why are you just sitting here consuming the crap that they give y'all? Because that's basically what's really going on. That you're consuming crap and you're not producing anything. Therefore, you're not being productive and you're not making any money. Therefore, the red flags of your business needing a zap, like y'all not going to be able to pivot. Y'all got to learn how to use these systems for your benefit. Let me tell you one thing about me. Before I was a business owner, when I was working a 9 to 5, I used every job I had. And I'm not playing with y'all. Every job I had was a benefit to me. Any reason why I went to school to get some type of certification, it was a benefit to me. I didn't care about nobody else. It just happened that I used it to support other people, but it was about benefiting me. And that's how you need to be thinking. Every 9 to 5 I had, baby, I was using that PTO. I was using them skill sets and I was learning about them so I can figure out what I wanted for my business and what I did not want for my business. Y'all need to learn how to use these systems like they using y'all. And I have used social media and been able to make well over 6 figures on social media using them like they use me. They are using you. They are using your time. They are using your energy. They are using your attention to focus on things. Why are you not taking that time, energy, attention, and money and focus and making some money? Y'all need to learn how to use these systems. I went to esthetician school. Why? Because I had got diagnosed in 2004 with polycystic ovarian. I didn't like the way my skin was looking. So guess what I went to esthetician school for? Not to learn how to do anybody else's anything. To learn how to take care of myself and to have an amazing skill set for myself. But just in case I needed to use it, I had it as a backup plan. I went to college and got my degree in psychology. Why? Because I wanted to understand why people were so messed up. Now, what did I do? People say, oh, don't go to school and get this and get that. Yeah, I wouldn't tell you to go and do it now. But how am I using that degree now? That degree now is one of the major reasons of how I've been able to successfully build a 6-figure business off, like literally from 0 to 6 figures, by understanding human psychology, understanding how people operate, understanding how I can best serve them. Y'all not doing enough for y'all, and that's your problem. Y'all are letting people use y'all, and that's your problem. See, there's nothing wrong with being utilized. That means both people are, you know what I'm saying? We got a mutual relationship. I'm utilizing you, you utilizing me. But see, the problem is y'all getting used because you don't understand the value within your own self, so you can't be utilized. You just let people use you up, and you don't know how to turn around and ask nobody for nothing. It just be too much going on. And because of all of that, your business ain't doing right. And your business is not doing right or doing well for you in this climate and in this season because your energetics is off, because you burn out. So what I'm going to talk about today is give you these 5 red flags that your business needs a zap before you burn out and before your business goes bankrupt. Because the truth of the matter is, and you can deny it all day long if you want to, but y'all got to stop denying what's happening in the spiritual realm, and y'all need to get rooted in what you believe. Because energetics is how you're going to be able to make money. Being in a digital space, you're going to have to need a certain level of energetics to be able to operate, because there are so many things they're going to be throwing at you in the news. So many things they're going to be throwing at you on social media to get you distracted, to get you emotional. And let me talk to black people for 2 seconds, because I'm only going to do this 2 seconds with us. We are too emotional, and we are too much involved in emotionalism, and we ain't taking no action. That's why nobody takes us serious. All that emotion and no action is getting you nowhere, and you need to pay attention to that. The matrix that y'all talking about need to be broke and that you need to be breaking is the one in your mind. And I just recorded, literally just uploaded a video talking about how I hate it for us that the amount of mindset work that is necessary for a lot of black people to get to where they need to be, a lot of y'all missed it because you spent too much time in your feelings worrying about this BS and worrying about everything else that does not matter. And now you in crunch time. And I'm telling you, you don't have that much time for you to be wasting and playing. You need to spend the rest of this year breaking them cycles before you get stuck in them for the next 20. I've already broken down on a whole nother live how scripturally the number 8 is the number of new beginnings. And so you had all year. You've had all year to create a brand new beginning, to shift your business, to do a multitude of things. If you don't do it before this year is out and you let it get to 2025, that is what you call a 9-year. And if you look at it scripturally, that is the number of finality. That is the number of judgment. Whatever you choosing to do right now, what you do in this year of new beginnings, you better be cool with those cycles you creating. If you're not cool with it, you better get serious. And if you have a business, you better figure out how you're going to thrive in this digital space, and you need to figure it out right now. Because y'all are playing too many games. Your businesses, y'all thought it was cute. Everybody want to start businesses in a pandemic. Everybody want to do this. Y'all want to get claps and all this other crap from people looking like you doing something. See, that's your problem. You think because you moving like you got motion that you actually doing something. Business is about velocity, boo. See, business is about physics. Business is about velocity. It's not about motion. See, you could be doing anything and running in the same circle. Velocity means that you're actually going in the given direction, the proper direction, the direction that's actually going to get you to where you need to go. A lot of y'all got motion, but you have no velocity. That's why your business ain't growing, and your business is going to shut down. And you don't want to be stuck working at one of these 9 to 5s that they gonna give y'all, because they gonna shut down a lot of them. But you don't know, job security is a wrap. So if you started this business, you better figure out how to pivot and make it work so you can get to the next level, because if you don't, you're going to find yourself being a slave to these systems. And I wouldn't want to be a slave to systems, especially when society is in crisis. But do what you want to do and go off. So I'm going to give you these red flags. I'm going to tell you the spiritual violations the ways you are violating spiritually, so you can clean it up. If you want my support in cleaning it up, I am having a couple of sessions. I have 7 sessions left. Let me first say this: to work with me for an hour at minimum is $497. I have zap sessions that I'm having for 30 minutes to help people zap and clean up their business for $127. You're gonna have to DM me the word zap, and you get the link, and you have to purchase it within the hour, or the link is going to disappear and it's not going to work. I only got 7 spots left. Okay, so if you want one, DM me saying zap, and I'm gonna send you the link. If you don't get in the hour, the link is going to expire. But let me go ahead and for those who don't know who I am, my name is L. Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. My work is helping women really get regulated internally. I help them sync with their menstrual cycle, which improves their mood. I help them master their emotions, which puts them in position to be able to manage their responses properly. I support them in generating consistent sales in digital products and services in their business, which increases their business revenue. So I literally support women in making more money for a living. But in order for you to make more money, you need to know how to master your emotions. Because the reason why you're impulsive is because you can't master your emotions. Queen Pamela, send me that in a DM for the zap. You got to DM me the word zap for me to send you the link. And I'm going to send them to you as soon as I get off here, because I forgot to have my assistant put the link in my bio. Okay? So here's the first red flag. So let me go ahead and get out these red flags so I can get out the car, because I'm going to go have dinner with my friend, lunch with my friends. But I had to come on here and finish this live first, because I really want y'all to not be burned out, and I don't want y'all business to go bankrupt. Okay, so the first thing that you need to know or pay attention to is that if you're overworking, if you're in a grind and you're consistently grinding, and you're doing everything you feel like you're supposed to do in your business, you're showing up every single day, but you're not seeing, or you're seeing little to no growth of income in your business, something is broken, y'all. Something is broken. Something is either broken in your external systems, which is the systems you have set up for your business, or something is wrong internal. Something is broken internally with your systems. Either you're not spiritually secure, mentally secure, emotionally secure, which is manifesting physically, which is showing up socially. Energetics do not lie when it comes down to business. People know. This is why people can feel your sleaziness, or you can feel the sleaziness of a person when they hop in your DM and they're trying to sell. Okay? When they're trying to sell you something and it's coming from a place of desperation, you can feel the cheesiness. It makes you want to leave them on red. It's like the gas station man that comes up to you. You got a look on your face that you don't want to be bothered, but he's coming up to you, asking you, telling you how fine you are, and telling you how, all this stuff about you. And you're like, please, just leave me alone, because I know you don't want anything for real. You're not really here to offer me anything. People can feel that from your energy, from the DM. So if you're overworking and your bank account is still not reflecting it, what that lets me know, number one, is that you're in violation of the law of rhythm. You're in violation of the law of rhythm. The law of rhythm basically lets you know that everything in the universe moves within cycles and natural rhythms. And if you don't believe me, this law of rhythm is basically rooted in Ecclesiastes 3. Go read it for yourself. Go read Ecclesiastes, where it's talking about there's a season for this, there's a time for this, there's this. That is the law of rhythm, literally right there in front of your face, letting you know that you always have time to do the things that you are supposed to do. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're actually going to do the things that are on the aligned path for you, or if you're going to detour that path and try to do what you want to do. So if you are trying to do what you want to do, or you're doing what society tells you to do, society told you to exhaust yourself to oblivion, work hard, you're going to make money this way. Y'all see how these people keep lying to y'all? See how they told us to go to school, do all this, you're going to get a good job, you're going to get a house with a white picket fence. Where is it at? See, I'm a millennial, and I'm more on the older end of millennials, because I'm 40. I think the oldest millennial right now is 44 or 43, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm 40. So they hit us with all of this. You're going to get this. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. I followed the entire plan. It was a lie. And a lot of us have followed that plan. It was a lie. We overworked ourselves and we got nothing to show for it. Overworking is literally a violation of spiritual law because it positions you to get out of rhythm with yourself. So when you get out of rhythm with yourself, meaning you get out of body with you, you start acting different. You start doing things that are not like you. You start trying to mimic what other people tell you to do. You start trying to work systems and do things that people are telling you to do when these things literally don't work for you. Yes, overwork and burnout. I'm only 35. See, 35 is when I quit my job. See, 35 is when I quit my good government job working for the state, okay, where they did not care about me and they were paying me crap to go out here and save children. So yes, that is when I said that's a wrap for me. That's when I said, you know what? I'm finna use y'all. And when I tell y'all need to be using y'all need to use these folks like they be using you. Y'all be so scared to call off. Baby, I burned a hole in my PTO before I left. I burned a hole in it so good, baby. When they emailed me back and said I was out of PTO, baby, had already moved to another state on them. See, I ain't got time. See, y'all be trying to voice y'all opinions to corporations and people who don't care about y'all. Pull the stunt that they pull on you on them. You're not okay. Go talk to the doctor about you not being okay. Let them give you some time on their time. And while you on that time, you need to be developing a plan about what you finna do with your time. Because that's what I did. And that's how I got on down on them. Okay? So you're going to have to really, really, really break your mind from this overworking. You are in spiritual violation. That's how they keep you in poverty, because they know you want to work overtime. See, they know that throws your body out of rhythm, and because that throws your body out of rhythm, you're going to be sick. Boom, somebody just said it. I've overworked and stressed myself into sickness. I had to quit my job, still sick. Let me tell you something. When I left my good government job, I was 90 pounds heavier and I was sick and I was going bald in the center of my head. See, that overworking throws your hormones out of balance. Y'all wondering why we as women are starting to look like men? Because we are fighting against our bodies and our bodies are retaliating. It's a very unsafe environment within your body, and it's starting to show up on the external. See, it's been happening for a long time, but now it's starting to show up physically because you are in violation of the law of rhythm, baby. You're not in harmony with self, and a woman who is at war with self will always be in battle with everything and everyone else outside of herself. You will not be able to do the things that you want to do because you're overworking. You're doing all this work and you ain't even getting what you deserve. How sad. How sad and sickening. You are in violation of the law of rhythm. That overworking spirit is a demon, beloved. Society tricks you into witchcraft. Y'all don't really pay attention to the fact that how it tells you in scripture that we really should rest, but then society tells you that you basically should rest when you're dead, but then they basically rush you into a quick death sentence by overworking you. Like, ain't that crazy? Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Ain't that crazy? When I was hustling in the salon, I was working weekends 8 until in my salon, and I still wasn't baby, listen. All that overworking gets you nowhere. Wasn't making what I'm making right now. Boom. Courtney is one of my clients as well. Ting. She done came from behind the chair to start educating those behind the chair of what a client experience needs to look like, because she keeps clients coming in, and she kept clients coming in after she closed her doors because she is that great at what she do. She did not have to overwork, hustle. She didn't have to do any of that, and she still doesn't have to do any of that. And she just told y'all she sat doing a service. When I first worked with her, she was still working mainly behind the chair. Yo, I love it. I love it. A man just died in China for working up. Child, don't get me started. Let me tell y'all something. Let me go to number 2, baby, because y'all not ready. Because listen, that's the first red flag. Okay, the first red flag is you're overworking. You're in violation of the law of rhythm. Okay. Thank you, my love. I'll praise to the Most High. Let's talk about the second red flag that your business needs to zap before you burn out and before your business goes bankrupt. I'm really trying to help y'all pivot and do the work you need to do so you can keep making money, so you don't got to go back and clock in. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you've been in business for a while, the clocking in you think you may want to go back and do, it ain't finna be the same. Statistics show that by 2027, most jobs will be will be phased out. You will be forced into entrepreneurship. So either you're going to figure this thing out, or you're going to be a slave to these systems. And if you don't believe me, like I said, go back and look at these basically concentration camps they're setting up for people to be able to come and work on their campuses so they can have somewhere to live. See, a lot of people ain't going to have nowhere to live because everything going to be so outpriced and inflated. Baby, you need to get your mind right and your business together, or you're going to be living in a tent. And if you think I'm playing, go look at these 10 cities. What if y'all see what's happening in all these states where people are being dropped off and stuff is happening all over the place, and people are taking over apartment complexes, New Jack City style. Y'all think that stuff happening in Colorado can't happen in you at your house? What if they came and took over where you live? Do you have the resources to go and be somewhere else, or are you stuck where you at because you're sitting on your gifts and your talents? See, y'all better go back and really read the parable where it talks about these things. It talks about when you waste your talent, you lose whatever it is that you think that you have. You can click the link in the bio to be able to get any access to any resources or anything that I have, paid and free. Okay? Here's the second red flag that your business needs to zap before you burn out and before your business goes bankrupt. If you are only relying on one stream of income and it's stagnant, if you only doing one thing in your business and it's stagnant, depending on one revenue stream in today's fast-paced world and today's economy, is a dangerous game you playing. That's a dangerous game you playing. You need to diversify your income, okay? You need to diversify your income. You need to diversify your income. You need to diversify your income. The law that you are in violation of is the law of abundance when you are only having one stream of income. It tells you in John 10:10 that the enemies come to steal, kill, and destroy. First half. Second half tells you that the Messiah has come to give you life and give you life abundantly. What you are witnessing happening in that verse right there is a choosing of your birthright. Okay? Y'all remember, thank you, my love, for these gifts. Y'all remember when Simba, got born and all this stuff happened with him and Scar and the Lion King, and he decided he didn't want to be king. He let Scar scare him off and all that jazz, right? So he declined his birthright. See, a lot of people have declined their birthright of abundance, and because of that, you're operating on the other side of that verse. See, it's two frequencies in that verse when you pay attention to it. It's the frequency of abundance and it's the vibration of lack on the other side. When it says the enemies come to steal, kill, and destroy, we're talking about one, stealing your joy, killing your confidence, which eventually positions you to self-destruct because there's a breaking of the spirit that takes place. But see, a lot of people like to put the power of that breaking of the spirit or blame it on other people, blaming it on the devil, blaming it on the enemy. Let me wake you up to something about this enemy that y'all speak of. A lot of you are your own enemy. See, the enemy doesn't have to do anything to you because you're your own enemy in your own mind because you lack belief. And it literally tells you that without faith it's impossible to please him. But because you don't believe, you make it so easy for your joy to be stolen, for your confidence to be killed, and literally for you to self-destruct. You position yourself for that because you lack belief within your own self. You have more belief in external things. Everything else. You believe in everything else but yourself. And that's where you're messing up at. You limit yourself to one thing. Hi, my love. You limit yourself to one income because they told you had to be there. Are you insane? Like, what? I really be trying to understand why. When are we going to wake up from the traditional teaching of scripture, and when are we going to tap into the truth of what God was really been trying to tell us the whole time? That number one, we have the most highest godlike nature. We have the Most High's character. We literally have dominion on this earth. But because you don't believe that, you can't activate it. And that's why you stay in a broken mindset. You stay in a broken state. You stay getting broken up with. Everything is always broken and you're just broke. And it's all starting with the fact that you don't know who you are. So you sit stagnantly doing one thing because society told you this the only way you're going to be able to make this money if you just do this. This the only way you're going to be able to do this. Y'all know these people have been lying to us from the jump. Why are you still believing them? You are contradicting your birthright when you are trying to stick to one stream of income. Money should be coming in a multitude of ways to you. You should be getting resources in a multitude of ways. Abundance, by definition, means plentifulness. And if you don't have access to abundance for yourself, meaning you don't have what you need, what you're supposed to have, your piece of the pie, I can guarantee you it's one of two things. That's the problem. Number one, I'm pretty sure you're not aware of your godlike nature because you're not acting like it. Number two, because you don't understand your nature, you're probably not operating in the fullness of the character of that, meaning you're not vibrating at a high state, which positions you to not be able to manage dominion. Therefore, you cannot get access to be able to create in the lane that actually was assigned for you. Okay? Because you're not getting it. You're not getting it. And you're missing the mark. See, y'all be so worried about, oh, this is sin, this is sin, this is sin. Sin by definition means to miss the mark. If you're not doing your assignment, you're sinning. You're still going to get seen about there by the one that created you. So you can do what you want to do. You can say what you want to say. When you got time to focus on what somebody else is doing and judging them, you better turn around and make sure that you on your mark, beloved. Are you on your mark? Because a lot of us are not on our mark. We're too caught up in emotionalism. We're too caught up in everybody else's business. Okay? I'm not in California. Hey, love. People, like, you restrict yourself. When you literally start doing this whole thing, oh, I just got to do one thing at a time. You need to have one business. And in that one business, I need you to start, once you get that one stream going, I need you to take part of that one stream, put it into another one. I need you to take a part of that stream and put into another one. You should at least have 4 running streams at minimum out of that one business that you have. 4 at minimum. Everybody like, oh, you need to have at least 7. Baby, get to 4 first. Get to 4 first. Stop opening 12 different businesses. Girl, I do hair on the side. I do nails. I do this. Girl, sit down and zone in on this one thing and learn how to make money from it 4 different ways. Bingo. Tell them, Charlita. Like, they don't, like, for real. Girl, don't get me started when they be talking about this serial entrepreneur stuff. And this is coming from a woman who is multifaceted, multi-talented, multi-gifted. Okay? I do, Kelly. I don't want to call you Kelly. I'm sorry. Hey, Quinn. I have the link in my bio that shows you everything. I teach everything I'm speaking about. Okay? But you're in violation of the law of abundance when you stick to one stream of income. If you want to know more about how you can diversify your income streams, is 2 products specifically that you can look at. Number 1, you can look at the feminine income system. That's $147. I'm giving you the whole game on how you're going to be able to spend. If you want to focus, let me tell you something. If you're serious and you're ready to zone in and you're not scared, you could take the feminine income system and turn around and make 5 figures in Q4. There's no excuse why you can't. If you double down on what I'm telling you and you give it that time, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do that. If you're doing exactly in your zone, if your energetics are right, there's no reason why. Hey, my love. Number 3. So we talked about you being in violation of the spiritual law of abundance when you are sticking to only one stream of income. Okay. So we're going to talk about the third reason why your business, or the red flags that your business actually it shows that you need to zap in your business and you need to do some pivoting, some restructuring, something. Your business is a car all wheel, period. You need all, period. You listen. Y'all don't understand. And if we really gonna be real with it, you're a business. Ask your government. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Start asking some real questions about the number that's attached to your name. Where does it go? What is it for? For you to be a business and not know business is diabolical work. That's crazy work. You don't even know that you're a business. You're doing business every day, whether you realize it or not. Every time you wake up, every day you wake up, you're doing business. You are a walking business. They made sure of that. Somebody getting paid off you. Whoo! Somebody getting paid off you. Somebody getting paid off you, but you not. That's crazy. That's crazy, ain't it? Somebody making money off you, and you ain't. That's insane. Gifts. Hoping for a breakthrough. Piecing your business together, doing what this person told you to do off YouTube, doing what this person told you to do off YouTube, doing what this person told you to do off TikTok. You need to stop. Because you're trying to DIY your business in a way, baby, it ain't gonna work. Let me tell you something about business. Going live, you can make $1 million and make six figures. Sending emails, you can make $1 million and make six figures. If you had a text marketing thing where you just marketed solely through that and you had a great product, you could make six figures and $1 million. All of these things work. The problem is you're not in alignment with the one that works for you. And that's why all that stuff you keep trying to do does not work. See, you try to use the free content that I give you. Now people have made, don't get it twisted. People have made 3 to 4 figures off my free content. They have. The people who have worked with me directly have transitioned and gone into 5 figures to 6 figures and used my formulas to go from 6 figures to multi 6 figures. This is very, very possible. But see, the thing is that if you don't have the accountability, if you don't have the community, if you don't have the proper strategy that's in alignment with your righteous path, everything you do, like Celie said, is going to crumble. It's going to fail. Your energetics ain't right. See, you trying to do what somebody else do when you need to be doing what works for you, but you don't know what works for you because you don't know you. That takes me back to what I said originally. You don't know that you have a God-like nature. You don't know that you were created in the image of the one who created everything. So you don't recognize your ability to be a creator yourself and to co-create with the one that created everything, the type of life that you really, really want. You better tell them the free is only going to get you so far, baby. That paid work, though, is chef's kiss. Pay for the help every time. Every single time. Okay? So the law that you're violating, when you keep trying to do the same thing that literally isn't working, which is expecting different results, which is basically insanity, you're breaking the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. This red flag specifically violates this law. And what it basically says is that this energy is constantly changing forms. So energy constantly changes forms, it shifts. When you look at a vibrational scale, there's a multitude of emotions that are on that scale. You're going to go up and down because the way life is. It's about you knowing what to do when you get down, so that you don't stay down, so you can actually come up. Because when you're down on the low vibrational scale, all you can do is destroy. That's where your joy is stolen. That's where your confidence gets killed. That's where you self-destruct when you stay there for long periods of time. That's the other element of that verse I was telling you. You are violating the shifts that naturally happen in society. Society is going to have its Kairos time, meaning it's going to have its ebbs and its flows. Everything that's happening on this earth is by design. Even the people that's doing the low down evil stuff out here that's going to get their just due spiritually, because don't even trip. Stop worrying about that. They're going to get what's going to come to them. They don't even realize that they are working the plan of the one that created everything. See, even their craziness and their disobedience and their evil and all of that is all a part of the plan. This earth gonna get the reset it's supposed to get, babe. This earth gonna get the reset it's supposed to get. The question is, what side of it are you going to be on? And how are you going to be on the side that's thriving, or are you going to be on the side that's barely surviving? Because that's where we going. Remember I told y'all last year was a great divide happening. This year it was going to be the women who are operating from a space of mastery and the women who are stuck in mediocre. And I told you the women who are stuck in mediocre are still going to be asking if men still do this, do men still do these things. They still going to be having relationship conversations while the world is going to hell and it's on fire. And what's happening? They still having these conversations. Meanwhile, you see the women operating in mastery, manifesting like they have never manifested before. I'm talking about quickly. That's not a coincidence. A portal is open, but it's about to close. And if you don't clock it, if you don't get in the cycles and do the things that you're supposed to be doing, you're going to face judgment for the decisions that you make this year. You better watch yourself and you better watch your step. You will not be able to hide anymore behind the facade that you are putting up out there for the gram, for your fam, and for other people. All things are going to be revealed. It's about to be judgment season, ladies and gentlemen. And we need to wake up. You cannot hide anymore. Do your work. Do what is necessary. Know how to ride the tide and the waves. You mean to tell me you don't know how to ride the tide and the majority of your body is made up of water? You don't understand how to use the elements that are within you. You are made up of earth, air, fire, and water. Literally. And you don't know how to ride the tide? See, people who don't know how to ride the tide don't understand that they are the wave. But that's how lost you are in comparison to knowing who you truly are. We are supposed to have dominion over the things on this earth. You're not supposed to be in fear and anxiety about what's happening on this earth. Are you kidding me? You're supposed to be in position. There are several great wealth transfers that are happening above your head, and y'all out here talking about ain't no money. You in the wrong room. You in the lower levels. If people around you are not talking about the money being moved, I'm telling you, and you in business, you in the lower levels of the room. And the people at the lower levels of the room, they don't eat. The people at the bottom not going to be able to eat. And I ain't just saying that like, oh, for it's a no. The people at the bottom are not going to be able to eat. Do you already see what they doing to your food? I'm not finna play with y'all. Like, you need to get yourself together and get your business together. Because guess what? Sticking to the same outdated strategy blocks the flow of creativity. It prevents you from evolving, and it prevents you from manifesting new opportunities, all because you want to keep doing the same thing that you think work. That's how a lot of people got messed up, them pandemic entrepreneurs. They didn't want to make the transition from that easy money they was making in the pandemic while everybody was been at home, sitting at home spending money. That's because everybody was collecting a bunch of checks, so they were just sitting at home, buying stuff, bored. But see, when they didn't want to make that transition and realizing that people really didn't want that lifestyle marketing anymore, people want to know how you can give them solutions to save them time, money, energy, or give them better health, or help them make more money. See, when they weren't making that transition, that's when a lot of people start hitting rock bottom last year. Oh, this is the hardest year in business. I hit 6 figures last year with no problem because I was in alignment. A lot of my colleagues hit 6 figures, more than 6 figures. Alignment. When you understand the spiritual principle that the Most High supplies all of your needs according to his riches and glory, when you understand that the Most High, you have never seen the righteous begging for bread or forsaken, when you really live that, breathe that, eat that, digest that, you don't have time to be worried about how I'm going to get this money by tomorrow. The next thing you know, you just wake up, somebody made a payment, and the money is there tomorrow. But the reason why the money is there tomorrow is because you showed up today. And y'all don't want to show up today to do the work that you need to do to get the money tomorrow. Y'all, I never seen people want so much but be so lazy. It's not making any sense. It's making absolutely no sense. The fourth red flag that your business needs to zap before you burn out is this. You know you should be making more money, but you don't really know how. So you see other people doing less, right? You hear people like myself saying that I don't work a lot, but I make more money, while you're sitting there being stuck. So you may hear people say, yes, I make this amount of money, or I make 5 figures a month, and I only work maybe 4 or 3 days a week, yada, yada, yada. Yes, it's very, very, very true. So the feeling of knowing that you could be making more money, but you don't know how to get there, and you're staying stuck sitting right there, that's a call to action. You need to move your feet. Because guess what? The era that we're going in, they lied to y'all. We've been lied to. We've been bamboozled. We've been scammed. They told you that if you work hard, y'all, if you go into 2025 exhausting yourself, working extremely hard, working against your body, working against yourself, it's going to make you sick. And they're doing this on purpose because they know they're going to turn up the dial in 2024 with the things and the information that you're going to be fed. And that's going to literally make you be one step from having a nervous breakdown. And the fact that they know that you're going to be so wrecked in your nervous system, that's going to weaken your immune system, so your body can't even protect you from the illness and the different things or the new thing that's going to be out, because you're so worried and your body is so sick and stressed. You now become susceptible to more of these illnesses and diseases. So what happens when you become susceptible to these illnesses and diseases? Guess what? You have to depend on their systems now. You need their medicine. You need their doctors. You need all of these things. And just imagine trying to go to the doctor and have something happen in crisis. I'm going to tell y'all something so real. I had a friend recently, had a blood clot, right? A blood clot. Went to the emergency room, was in there screaming, baby. Screaming because the pain was so like just blood curdling screams. There were so many sick people in that emergency room. The staff was numb. They lacked couth. They were burnt out. And people thought that somebody was going to pass out or pass away in that freaking emergency room, because the doctors are tired. The nurses are exhausted. The staff is stressed. They are numb. And they are still trying to do their best to show up and serve you. And it is hard. You do not want to be sick. And do you know, that same friend of mine finally got to the back. Do you know that they told my friend that if my friend would have been out there 10 more minutes, that friend probably wouldn't be here? That's what you playing with when you don't know how to center yourself, when you allow yourself to sit and not do what you know you need to be doing because you just want to sit stagnant. That's what you put yourself in. You put yourself in position to be in hospitals and to be sick where you can't even fully be supported because the whole world is stressed. You better wake up. These systems don't care about you. You are a dollar sign. They are using you. And if you don't start using your gifts and allowing them to make room for you, and if you don't start activating the kingdom of heaven that is within you and break that matrix and come on out and get your energetics together so you can get your money right, you're going to be a slave to these systems, and that's not what you want. You need to have your business set up to where you can work from anywhere in the world. You need to have your business set up to where if something happened in your apartment complex and you needed to move tomorrow, you can. Because that's where we at. If you needed to pick up and go, see, that is where we are. That's where we at. Just had a friend experience this the other 2 days ago, see? And y'all want to sit around and play. When you sit around knowing that you should be making more money, but you don't know how and you don't invest in learning how, right? You are in violation of the law of divine compensation. Listen, the situation ties into, the reason why it ties into the law of divine compensation, because it basically states that you're going to be rewarded based on your energy and your value. Okay? So when you feel stuck and unworthy or any of that type of foolishness, you literally block the natural compensation that will come to you for your natural talents, your gifts, and your efforts. And it's all because you have not fully aligned yourself with your self-worth and the fact that you literally deserve this desired amount of money. You block your own blessings because you won't sow. This right here is rooted in God is not mocked, for whatever man sows, ye shall reap. You sow no value. You sow no energy. That's why you get no energy. And money is about energy. Money is energy. It's not the 75% cotton, 25% cent linen, $100 bill you got in your pocket or $20 bill you got in your pocket. That ain't nothing but 75% cotton, 25% linen. You can look it up on Google. And when it crash, it ain't nothing but trash. You can wipe your with it. That's what it is. And you need to know. The real value is within you. The real value is in what you put out energetically. And if you don't put nothing out energetically, and if you don't have anything that's valuable, or you don't articulate that value, guess what? You will sow no value. You will sow no energy. So you will lack energy and you will lack value, which will make you low value and which will put you in a position to feel worthless, especially in a society that's constantly crashing. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. Anybody coming to save you, nobody cares. These people don't care. You are a dollar sign, baby. That's it. And you are in spiritual violation, which is why you can't get access to the things that you want. You can't even be divinely compensated. The Most High gave you those gifts for you to be able to do what you need to do. And you can't even get compensated for it because you won't even let them make room for you because you too scary. You too scared. Like, be for real. Hey, Kendra, my love. Be for real. Number 5. The fifth reason or the fifth red flag that your business needs to zap before you burn out. And if this has resonated with you and you know you need to zap your business, go ahead and shoot me a DM that says zap so I can send you the link. I only have, like I said, I only have 7 slots left for the zap sessions. They're going to be 30 minutes. They're $127. You click the link I'm not clicking the link by. You DM me the word zap for that and I send you a special link. You have to get it within the hour or the link is going to expire. What I am doing is helping you zap your business in the right direction because you need to be diversifying your income. You need to be making money. If you don't have no money in your business, it's like not having no blood in your body. It's pointless. You're not here. Okay? So here's the 5th red flag that your business needs to zap before you burn out and your business goes bankrupt. You have lost confidence in what it is that you're selling and your offer, and it shows. If your sales pitch of what you're selling, if you sound shaky, okay, the zap sessions are $127 for 30 minutes. I only have 7 left, and I'm going in order of whoever sent me zap, and some people have already sent me zap in the DM. So 7 spots, 127, 30 minutes. Let's pivot your business ASAP. But if you're shaking in your sales pitch, if you're second guessing what it is that you're selling and the offer that you have right now, your audience can feel that. Your audience can feel your uneasiness, okay? And if you schedule your zap session with me in 30 minutes, we can correct that. Because the truth of the matter is that's about energetics. That's the energetics issue. When you lose confidence in what you're selling and it shows or in your offer, you're in violation of actually the law of attraction with that. Because you attract what energetically you believe to be true. So if you believe that this isn't the best offer and you're not confident in this offer, energetically, whether you realize it or not, you're going to give that off in your delivery and people are going to be turned off by you. They're not going to be attracted to you. They're not going to be magnetized to you. Attraction requires magnetism. Magnetism is physics. That's why I say I'm basically like the business physician, like not physician or the business physicist, because business is about physics. It's about you being able to create electricity. Okay? It's about you being able to attract magnetism. Okay? It's about you being able to have velocity, going in the given direction so that you actually are successful. That is physics. That's the science of business that you need to understand. So when it comes down to attraction, there's a science to it because there is magnetism involved. So when you understand magnetism, then you begin to pay attention to the things that you think, the energy you allow in your body, and where you focus your attention, because you understand the power of magnetism. Okay? So when you are not being confident in all of these things, all of that is showing because you're in violation of spiritual law. If you doubt your offer, you can project it. You're going to project doubt to your audience, and they're going to doubt your offer. They're going to mirror that back to you by not investing. That's a mirror. When people are not investing in what it is that you're offering, it's a mirror to what's happening. Confidence in your value is very key to attracting the type of aligned clients that you want, and the type of clients that are going to invest at a high level and pay you for your services. Okay? So that is very important and extremely vital that you really, really understand that these 5 red flags, these 5 spiritual violations, are literally costing you money in business. It's costing you time, it's costing you energy, it's costing you attention, and it's costing you money because you aren't making any. Why? Because you're violating the law of rhythm by overworking. Why? Because you're violating the law of abundance by only focusing on one stream of income. Why? Because you're repeating the same strategy, hoping to get the same or different results. You're violating the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. You know you should be making more money than you're making, but you don't really know results. You're violating the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. You know you should be making more money than you're making, but you don't really know results. You're violating the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. You know you should be making more money than you're making, but you don't really know